Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, today we've got something, well, it's definitely interesting. It's this VEVOR manual guillotine shear.
Right.
And the hook here is, it apparently cuts through 20-gauge steel, like butter, they say.
Pretty standard stuff. 20 gauge.
Yeah, coming for projects. And it's supposed to handle even thicker 16-gauge. But here's the kicker. It costs under $200.
Under 200.
Yeah, less than you'd pay for a really decent power drill. It kind of flies in the face of everything we think about metalworking tools.
It really does. Quality usually costs, or if it's cheap, you expect, well, let's just say premium frustration.
Exactly. And you look at established brands, they're charging, what, 4 times that for something similar?
Easily. So the big question we're diving into today is this VEVOR thing a breakthrough value, or is it just, too good to be true?
That's the mission. We'll unpack the specs, which are surprising on their own, and then get into what actual buyers are saying, because their experiences are all over the map. We want to give you the real story.
Okay, so let's talk about the proposition first.
Yeah.
Because it is, well, audacious is a good word for it.
Right.
Under $200, like you said, and you get a 20-inch cutting width. That's actually pretty generous, gives you flexibility.
Yeah, decent-sized projects there.
And it's rated for 1.5 millimeters max thickness. That covers a lot of ground for hobbyists, light fabrication, sheet metal work.
Perfect for that kind of user, yeah.
Then there's the blade manganese steel, supposedly holds its edge well, and it even comes with a stand.
A stand included, okay.
Yeah, so you look at all that, the width, the capacity, the blade material, the stand, and you just have to ask, how is that price even possible? It's the specs at that price that really makes you scratch your head.
It does. And maybe predictably, when you start looking at what people who actually bought it say, well, that's where it gets complicated.
Right, the plot thickens, as they say.
It really does, because
Yeah.
you have one group of buyers who are genuinely impressed, like really happy. You see comments like, cut smoothly, surprisingly robust. Someone even mentioned using it on 20-gauge silver sheet metal with zero drama.
Silver. Okay, that's interesting. Softer, but still.
Yeah. So it seems like when VEVOR gets it right, when the quality control hits the mark on a particular unit,
It actually delivers.
yeah, it delivers legitimate value, performs way better than you'd expect for under $200.
But that's the key phrase, isn't it? When they get it right, because there's another side to this coin.
A big other side. We're talking wildly inconsistent quality control. Feels like maybe the design itself is okay, maybe even good.
Fundamentally sound, perhaps?
Yeah, but the manufacturing, it's like playing Russian roulette. You might get a great one, or you might get problems.
What kind of problems are people reporting?
Well, pretty basic stuff sometimes. Units arriving with the handle just missing.
Missing, wow.
Or that manganese steel blade. Some say it goes dull after just a few cuts. Minimal use.
So much for holding its edge.
Right. And others report the whole cutting mechanism binding up. Like it works for a bit, maybe a few dozen cuts, and then it just seizes.
That points to maybe alignment issues or tolerance problems in manufacturing, just inconsistent execution.
Exactly. It highlights this huge variable. The design might be okay, but getting a good one seems like a gamble.
And if you don't get a good one, what happens then?
Well, that brings us to maybe the biggest red flag. The customer service experience.
Often the weak point with budget brands.
Very much so here.
Yeah.
Based on reports,
Yeah.
people describe real difficulty getting replacements for defective units. Lots of hassle, delays.
So you could end up stuck.
People are finding themselves literally stuck with a tool that doesn't work because the return window closes while they're still trying to sort it out with VEVOR.
That's not just frustrating, that's throwing money away. It adds a hidden cost beyond the initial low price.
Totally. Wasted time, project delays, plus the cost of the tool itself.
Okay, so let's try and synthesize this. We've got good specs on paper, a crazy low price, but iffy manufacturing and potentially bad support.
That's the picture.
So what's the takeaway for someone listening, maybe thinking about buying one? It really boils down to risk assessment, doesn't it?
I think so. The basic design, the engineering, seems okay. But getting a well-made one, that's the gamble.
So maybe for really light duty, cutting thin aluminum, maybe some copper, really thin steel sheets. If you get a good unit, it could be fine for occasional use.
Possibly, yeah. If your demands aren't too high and you're not relying on it day in, day out.
But if you need something for regular work or professional use, that gamble on reliability seems like a bad bet.
Definitely problematic. This is, like you said, a calculated risk purchase. Nothing more, nothing less.
So the advice is pretty clear then.
I think so. If you are tempted by that price, Inspect absolutely everything the moment it arrives. Check alignment, check the blade, check for missing parts.
Document everything, photos, videos.
Yes. Document any problems immediately. Contact them right away. Don't wait. But for anyone who needs a tool, they can truly depend on professionally.
Look elsewhere. Pay more for an established brand where you're buying reliability, not just a piece of equipment.
Exactly. Spend the extra money for peace of mind and consistent performance.
So, to wrap it up, the VEVR shear, it offers this incredible potential value. It really does look good on paper for the price.
Huge potential, yeah.
But it comes bundled with this significant gamble. Inconsistent quality control, challenging customer service if things go wrong.
It's a roll of the dice.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Not just about the sticker price of a tool, but about the hidden costs, the potential frustration, the wasted time, the project delays.
All that stuff adds up.
It does, and it forces you to weigh that budget gamble against, guaranteed reliability. That's a calculation everyone has to make for themselves, really, in lots of different purchases.